This video from our Relics series is for those seeking solid caster builds for Duchess, Revenant and Recluse. Since Everdark sovereigns were added to the game, new powerful relics have appeared. One of these relics works especially good for casting Duchess and Recluse, giving 3 amazing effects. Max FP up with 3+ staves equipped. Your max FP increases by 50. Max FP permanently increased after releasing Sorcerer's Rise mechanism. When you unlock the magic tower, your max FP goes up by 18%. These are huge bonuses for any character focused on sorceries. Another useful effect on the same relic, magic attack power up. Magic damage plus 4.5%. And another great choice is a relic that gives you 6 starlight shards at the start of a run. This is super helpful for Duchess and Revenant, especially if you want to cast non-stop during the whole run. All you need is the right catalyst. Sure, you can try to buy or find starlight shards during the run, but this relic gives you a stable early advantage. It's a great way to get a head start. For Duchess and Revenant you can still use the poison relic we talked about in the previous video. Knight of the Wise, with the starting armament inflict poison effect. Let's go over what it gives you and what it takes away. This relic adds 35 poison buildup to your starting weapon, but it also reduces your weapon's damage by 15%. To balance this, we need pairing with poison, and rot in vicinity increases attack power. When someone nearby is poisoned or rotted, your damage goes up by 12% for 20 seconds. This helps make up for the damage you lose from the poison effect on the weapon. Pros: poison keeps damaging enemies even if you are not hitting them. The effect works well with your whole team, if they use poison, rot or the same relic. You can switch weapons to a more powerful one or cast spells after applying the poison buff. If you use the talisman Kinder or Rot's Exaltation, you get another 20% bonus when poison or rot is active. Cons: your opening attacks are weaker, and that might not be suitable for some builds. Some enemies resist poison, so it takes longer to trigger the bonus. If you don't inflict poison often, the relic won't help much. Since both Duchess and Revenant have melee weapons, they can apply poison to trigger the damage boost, and then follow up with spells. In addition, the relic has the effect increased maximum FP, giving you plus 25 FP, which is the same as getting plus 5 mind points. It's a smart way to get the bonus early and make your casting even stronger. If you want something more reliable, you can boost damage with relics that give permanent effects, like magic attack power up for Duchess and Recluse, or fire, holy or lightning attack power up for Revenant, depending on how you build her. Now let's go over builds character by character. If you remember from the previous video, we picked the old portrait relic for Revenant. One of the bonuses helps build ultimate art faster. You gain 5% more art gauge for every enemy you kill. This feature synergizes perfectly with another effect that comes with ultimate art. You need to find a random relic or buy the Everdark one for Revenant with the effect strengthens family and allies when ultimate art is activated. All summons and living allies get plus 25% damage for 30 seconds. Revenant herself doesn't get the buff, but the boost for your allies is so strong they can tear through tough enemies much faster with your support. Sadly, there is no universal relic yet that increases FP for Revenant when she equips 3 or more secret seals, but you can still find this effect on a random relic. A great option appears in the collector signboard after defeating the Everdark version of Gnoster Wisdom of Night. It's the Dark Knight of the Wise relic. This relic gives you 2 pretty strong FP related bonuses, plus 25 to maximum FP, and an 18% permanent increase to your max FP after you activate the Sorcerer's Rise mechanism. As we mentioned in the previous video, one of the strongest and most consistent boosts for Revenant is the Relic with the effect Power Up while fighting alongside family. That's why we are keeping that one in our build. Since you can only equip 3 relics, we've decided to drop Old Portrait and focus instead on the small makeup brush, which gives us a steady power boost. The Everdark relic for Revenant, with a huge damage bonus to our allies when using ultimate art. It also provides Starlight shards. And finally, the Everdark version of Gnoster Wisdom of Night, which increases our FP both directly and by a percentage. We find this trio most versatile and effective, no matter what type of damage your Sacred Seal focuses on. The Duchess is a very flexible character. You can build her for melee, magic or even go for a hybrid setup. For example, you can apply poison to enemies and gain a damage boost from the Knight of the Wise relic. Or you can just pick a random relic with the effect Starting Armament inflicts Frostbite. A simple but effective option that adds pressure right from the start. After triggering one of these statuses, you can perform magic attacks. The Knight of the Miasma relic is surely a better choice if you want to focus on Frostbite. It helps you apply the status faster thanks to the Chilling Mist skill, and also gives you plus 10% damage against frostbitten enemies. That bonus stacks with the Frostbite defense penalty. And don't forget, Frostbite also makes Duchess invisible with this relic equipped, letting her reposition or keep attacking safely. But there is one catch. If you have a staff equipped in your offhand, activating Chilling Mist won't work. The staff will override it and start casting instead. That's why this relic works best for melee builds. Still, there is a workaround. You can equip your staff in the same hand as your dagger and swap between weapons when needed. So the choice is yours, and both styles can work if you build around them properly. Another really strong random relic effect is worth mentioning. Change compatible armament skill to Hoarfrost Stamp at start of expedition. This skill applies Frostbite very quickly in AoE, making it perfect for cleaning groups or pressuring tanky enemies. It's simple to use and super effective. If you find a staff with Carrion Slicer, definitely give it a try. It's cheap, fast and shreds enemies in close combat. Better yet, there is a random relic that boosts it even more. Improved Carrion Sword sorceries, adding plus 12% damage. It turns Duchess into a killing machine in melee combat. You can always go with a straightforward magic attack power-up bonus instead. Pair that with the Everdark relic we mentioned earlier, the one that boosts your max FP when you have 3 or more staves equipped, and gives another plus 18% max FP after unlocking the magic tower. With this setup you can cast almost constantly and just focus on melting enemies without running out of FP. As for Recluse, I like to focus completely on magical damage, so I stick with some of the relics we used in the previous video. One of them is a bone-like stone. Its main effect is suffer blood loss and increase attack power upon art activation. You lose 20% of your max HP and get a plus 15% damage boost for 40 seconds. This boost applies to all damage Recluse deals, not just sorceries, so it also works well with Sacred Seal builds. The second relic is Vestige of Night. It gives Recluse a big boost, creates Terra Magica after collecting affinity residue. While standing in the sigil, you deal around 15% more damage with sorceries. And of course, I'm also using the Everdark relic we talked about earlier, in the Duchess section, the one that increases FP. I don't usually mess with magic cocktails. I mostly use them just to get Terra Magica, restore or save FP. But my girlfriend plays differently, and honestly she's onto something. By the way, say hi to her and tell us if you want her to make a video for you. She prefers to equip a staff in one hand and a sacred seal in the other, so she has more elemental flexibility when using magic cocktails. Also, don't forget, Everdark Sovereigns are weak to different damage types that sacred seals can inflict, so her setup gives her more ways to exploit those weaknesses. If you decide to use a sacred seal, we recommend choosing a relic that boosts its damage type. Fire, Holy or Lightning attack power up, ideally the +2 version. You can also pair it with a random relic that increases your FP when you have 3 or more sacred seals equipped. What do you think of these caster relic picks? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to try out your relic combinations on these characters too. Thanks so much for watching and take care out there, Nightfarers.